Hello David, Anurag, can you hear me? David, are you there? Anurag, you have exam tomorrow? You can go and prepare for your exam. Good evening, namaste, David. How are you doing? How are you doing? Sorry. Today we will discuss about solving inequality. Have we done it earlier? This is not from your textbook. Do you know this? This is not from your textbook. This is not from your school syllabus. This is extra. So, David, if x is smaller than -5, or let's take this way, if -a is greater than -b, then a is greater or smaller than b. Sure? You just guessed it or you know it? So you said greater than this sign? You are sure about it, right? Okay. Let us check this with an example. We will check it with the help of an example. -2 is greater or -3 is greater? Which one is greater? Minus 2 is greater. Okay. Then 2 is greater than 3. But you said earlier yes sir, now you are saying no sir. Earlier you said a was greater. Minus a was greater than minus b. When I removed minus sign, you said a is still greater. But this time you are saying no sir. Why? Think of it. This time also, like minus a, we have minus 2. Like minus b, we have minus 3. Minus 2 is greater than minus 3. But when I removed minus signs, 2 is not greater than 3. So what is happening basically? What do you say? You don't know? The thing is that this greater sign is wrong. When you remove minus from both, this greater sign converts to smaller than. I showed you this example, still you did not notice it. A is smaller than 2 is smaller than 3. That's the rule. If minus a is greater, then plus a will be smaller. Minus a is greater than minus b, that means plus a is smaller than plus b. Here is the example. Minus 2 is greater than minus 3, but plus 2 is smaller than plus 3. Did you notice it? Let's see more examples. If minus 3 minus 4, which one is greater? Minus 3 is greater. But if we remove minus sign from both of them, do you think the greater than sign will be still there? What will happen to it? It will change to less than sign, lesser than sign. So it becomes opposite, right? If um, 4 is greater or 5 is greater, what happened? You did not reply. Which is greater? 5 is greater. Okay. So both numbers were positive. Plus 4, plus 5 is greater. But if I put minus sign in both of them, minus 4, minus 5, now this greater sign will be still greater than sign or will change? It will change. Sorry, earlier it was lesser than, so now it will become greater than, like this, right? Are you understanding? Are you learning something or not? What are you learning? Oh, that means you are not learning anything. You did not learn anything. Very sorry for that. I'm not teaching how to solve inequality. You said something very complex. Let me tell you what I said in a simple way. Rule says if negative sign is multiplied or divided by negative sign, then inequality is changed. This is the rule I have taught. Does this make sense? If you multiply both sides with minus sign, or if you divide both sides by minus sign, then inequality changes. This is what I taught. If negative sign is multiplied or divided by negative sign, let me elaborate a bit more. If negative sign, if both sides are multiplied with negative sign, or both sides are divided by negative sign, then equality changes. Does this make sense? So this is one rule for solving inequality. Now notice on this, 3 by 2 and 2 by 3. Which one is greater? Yes, 3 by 2 is greater. Three by 2 means 3 divided by 2, right? And that means you are dividing 3 by 2. So 2 1 are 2, 1 after subtracting it, and then you take a decimal, you put a 0 here, 2 5 are 10, 10 minus 10, 0. So 3 by 2 is equal to what? 1.5. Now if we talk about 2 by 3, 2 by 3 means 2 divided by 3. That means you are dividing 2 by what? By 3. But how it is possible? 2 is very small number. How can we divide? So we take first a decimal here. If we take decimal, then we take a 0 also, and it becomes 20. Now 3 6 are 18. 20 minus 18 is 2. Again you take a 0. Again it becomes 20. Again you divide by 6 times. 3 6 are 18. Again you subtract. Again 2 comes. Again you put 0. Again it becomes 20. Again you divide by 6 times. So it is like a never ending process. never ending process. So the answer is 0.666 and so on. Notice which one is greater, 1.5 is greater or 0.6 is greater? Yes, 3 by 2 means 1.5, which is greater than 0.6. That means 3 by 2 is greater. Now what I am going to do is, I will put a minus sign with both of them. First one becomes minus 3 by 2. Second one becomes minus 2 by 3. Now think which one is greater. Is the inequality same or now 0.66 is greater, right? If we put a minus sign, it becomes minus 1.5 on the left and minus 0.666 on the right. So now 0.66 is greater with negative sign. That means minus 2 by 3 is greater, right? Right. Notice what happened here. If first fraction is greater in with positive sign, then if you take negative sign with them, second one will become greater. So inequality changes, right? Okay. Now I actually didn't want to multiply with minus, because this is something we already have discussed in the previous page. If you multiply both sides with minus sign or divide by minus sign, inequality changes. We already have done this, so I don't want to discuss it. I'm going to erase it. My point is not that. Point is that if we make it reciprocal, what is reciprocal of 3 by 2? 2 by 3. So on the left side, just a moment. On the left side it is 3 by 2. I reciprocate and I get 2 by 3. And on the right side it is 2 by 3. If I reciprocate, what do I get? 3 by 2. Now do you think inequality sign will be same here or will opposite? Anything? How so? It will not be anything. What do you mean? Earlier 3 by 2 was greater, now 3 by 2 is on the right side, so it will be greater here. What did you say? You said meaningless. Did you understand this or not? Now tell me, which one is greater, 2 or 1 by 2? 2 is greater. Okay. But if I make reciprocal both sides, what is reciprocal of 2? 1 by 2. And what is reciprocal of 1 by 2? 2. So do you think inequality sign will remain same or will be reversed? Change. It will become lesser than, right? Earlier it was greater than, now it became lesser than. So what is the learning? Let's say there are two fractions. First fraction is a by b, second fraction is c by b. And suppose a by b is greater. So if I reciprocate a by b, what do I get? b by a. And if I reciprocate c by d, what do I get? d by c. So which one do you think will be greater now? Left one greater or right one greater? Right one is greater, exactly. Earlier left one was greater, now the right one is greater. So this is a rule. if you reciprocate both sides, then also inequality sign changes, right? So this is the second rule, rule number 2. If you reciprocate both sides, inequality changes. This is rule 2. It was rule 1 in the first page. So can you tell me both the rules, what I taught? In what cases inequality change? Divide and multiply what? Okay, if you divide or multiply with negative, then inequality change. And the second rule, rule 2, if we reciprocate both sides of equation, inequality I mean, then also inequality changes, right? Don't call it just sign, call it inequality changes. Don't say sign changes. Okay? Good. So these are two important rules about solving inequality. Only two rules, not more. Now I am going to write inequalities, and we will solve inequalities now. Solve these inequalities. First one, five x plus 2 lesser than or equal to 17. Tell me what is the solution for this? Okay, take your time. This is lesser than sign currently. Lesser than or equal to. You can send, or you can just tell me. Okay. Lesser than or equal to. See, this sign means lesser than. This sign means greater than. This sign means lesser than or equal to. And this sign means greater than or equal to. Got it? So once you solve it same as an equation. Same as equation. For example, if you have equation 5x plus 2 equal to 17, how do you solve it? You take 2 to the right side to subtract, then you get 5x equal to 15, then you divide the right side by 5 and it is cancelled in 3 times, so x becomes equal to 3. This is how you solve the equation, right? You will use the same process while solving inequality as well. So 5x will be, but one thing you need to maintain, inequality sign should be as it is going on. In place of equal sign, you have inequality sign. So 5x is smaller than equal to what? 17 minus 2. Then 5x is smaller than or equal to 15. Then x is smaller than or equal to 15 by 5. Then x is smaller than or equal to 3. Done. Got it? Yes. So what are the differences according to you in these two solutions? Any more? There is a very big difference that perhaps you did not notice. You need to notice that. See what? When it was an equation, how many values of x did you get? Yes, x has only one value. That is 3. So it has only one solution. Equation has only one solution. So this equation, we can call it linear equation. Do you know? Yes. Linear equation has only one, not variable, only one solution. Focus over the main portion. Only one solution. What is that single solution? Yes, that 3 value, only one value, that is 3, is the only solution. Got it? But notice how many solutions do you have here? X is smaller than equal to 3. How many solutions do you see here? See, this means x can be equal to what? 3. X can be any value. X can be any value. Either, which is either equal to 3 or lesser than 3, right? So how many solutions are there? How? 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 So what is the meaning of lesser than 3? So what is the meaning of less than 3? It can be 1 or 2 also, right? Can it be 1.5? Can it be 1.2? 1.7? 1.57? 1.577? 1.275? 0.5? 4? 4 is not lesser than 3, right? So 4 is not possible. Okay. Can it be 0? X equal to 0? Can it be minus 1? Thinking, why? Minus 1 is also lesser than 3. So minus 1 also is possible. Minus 2, minus 1.5. How many value solutions are there? Yes. And this is the difference. Notice, this is the difference. It has so linear equation has only one solution, but linear inequality, this is called linear inequality. Okay. Okay. Linear inequality has how many solutions? Yes. This is a big difference, you should remember. Linear inequality has infinite solutions. Linear equation has only one solution, single solution. Linear inequality here, it can here we can take any value of x which is equal to 3 or lesser than 3. We cannot take more than 3, but we can take lesser than 3. Okay. Let's move on to the next page. Verify if x equals minus 2 is a solution of the linear inequality five x plus 2 lesser than equal to 17. See this question? Tell me if you can try this or not. You are trying this? Okay. Okay, your answer is yes. Can you send your work? Okay, send it. Hmm. What happened? What happened? What was that music? Oh, so you have not done it? Okay, see here. See how to check. Step 1. Write the linear inequality and substitute x equals minus 2. I'm performing the first step. First step, I write inequality 5x plus 2 lesser than or equal to 17. Just in the next step, I'll substitute x equals minus 2. In place of x, I'll write minus 2. 5 times minus 2 plus 2 lesser than equal to 17. First step is done. Step 2. Step 2. Simplify the values now check if no wait, I will change the statement. If the statement is true, then it is verified. So if I simplify, I have to simplify in the step 2. Simplify means 5 times minus 2. What is that? 5 times minus 2. David, are you there? What? Yes, sir. What is 5 times minus 2? I'm waiting. Oh my god, are you sleeping? 5 to the 10, not 6. It is minus 10 plus 2, smaller than equal to 17. Now tell me, minus 10 plus 2 is what? Minus 8. Minus 8 is value on the left side. That is smaller than equal to 17. Do you think it is true or false? Is this a statement true or false? Why false? So minus 8 is not smaller than 17. So why then false? It is telling minus 8 is smaller than or equal to 17. Is it telling false? Then you said false. Why? This is telling minus 8 is either equal or lesser than 17. Is it telling true or not? Okay, it's telling true. If the statement is true, then it is verified. So answer is verified. Got it or not? Since the statement is true, so it is verified that x equals minus 2 is a solution of what? Of 5x plus 2 lesser than equal to 17. Did you understand the process? Okay. Now do this question. Check if it is verified or not. In place of verify, I am writing check. check if it is false. How so? Do and submit your work. Okay. You are sending me just the calculation. I'm not interested just to see the calculation thing. Next time if you send just this type of calculation, I will ignore this. This is meaningless. I will write the inequality. 5x plus 2 lesser than equal to 17. Then I will substitute x value. 5 times x, that means 5 times 4, and then plus 2 lesser than equal to 17. Now I will simplify. Second step, step 2. 20 plus 2, that is 22, lesser than equal to 17. 22 is neither equal to nor less than 17. So this statement is false. You did not write this. You said half answer in written form here and half answer in oral form. Next time I will never accept this type of solutions. If you are sending your solution, send it completely. This is false. That means this is the conclusion here. That means x equals 4 is not a solution. Is not a solution of 5x plus 2 lesser than equal to 17. Got it? Try this one. Do it neat and clean with complete statements and submit. Okay. Okay. X plus 2 equals 17. You have taken x equals 4. 5 4 is 20 plus 2 22 17. This statement is false. X equal to 4 is not a solution. Yes, that's good. Writing language, that means you are able to express your views. If you don't write your statements, that means you are unable to express your views. Got it? So we do the same thing here as well. 5x plus 2 equals 17. So the expression 5x plus 2 must be equal to what? 17. The left side, it is 5 times 4 plus 2. On the right side, 17, and in between equal sign. We have 22 on the left, 17 on the right, and there is an equal sign between them. It's a false statement. This is false statement. So x equals 4 is not a solution. Is not a solution of 5x plus 2 equals 17. Also we can say that x equals 4 doesn't satisfy the equation. In other words, we can say that x equals 4 doesn't satisfy the equation. Doesn't satisfy the equation, so it's not a solution. Does this make sense, David? Okay. And now we have reached to the end of the class, David. I hope you enjoyed learning. I sent you a worksheet also, homework worksheet. You did not submit. Okay, I expect you to submit tomorrow. Okay, so bye bye for now. See you in the next class.